Hello, welcome to the How Do I series for Microsoft Dynamics NAV 2013 R2. In this video, I will explain how to expose Microsoft Dynamics NAV lists through business connectivity services and OData web services in Office 365 SharePoint site. My name is Vjekoslav Babic, I'm an NAV MVP, and I have created this video in cooperation with Platan. At the end of this video, I will have my customer lists from NAV exposed as a web part in my SharePoint site. And also I will have a custom list in my SharePoint site where I'm linking data from NAV as columns which are part of this list. The objective of this video is to connect an Office 365 SharePoint website to NAV, to expose NAV data as a list, and to connect a SharePoint list to NAV. I'll do this in 5 steps. In the first step, I will create a BDC model file. A BDC model file is an XML file that defines the entities, methods, system objects, and other metadata that describes your data model. You typically create the BDC model using Visual Studio or SharePoint Designer. In my example, I'm going to use a BDC model file that I have created earlier by following instructions that can be found on MSDN. There are several things to keep in mind when creating a BDC model file which connects to OData in NAV. The most important is that you would typically need to configure your OData to be available on the SSL port, which is 443, because otherwise Office 365 might have difficulties connecting to it. My next step is to configure a secure store application for NAV in my SharePoint site. To configure a secure store in your Office 365 SharePoint site, in your Office 365 Admin Center, click on Admin and then SharePoint. There you need to go to Secure Store and then you need to click New. Target application ID must match the name of your Business Data Catalog model file. So here I'm going to use O365 demo, Office 365 NAV demo. This is my screen name. I have to specify the contact email, so I'll just put my email address, and then here I'm going to specify the field names for username and password. I'm just going to mask my username, and here I'm going to specify myself as target application administrator. I'll also specify myself as a user and I'll click OK. With this I have my target application ID. What I need to do now is to specify the credentials to connect to my target application, which is my NAV 2013 OData web service source. Here I'm going to specify username, and I'm going to specify to confirm the username again. Since I've masked it, I have to do that. And with this, I have stored my credentials to connect to my target application ID. From this moment on, my application is ready to be used for my business data catalog in my SharePoint website. My third step is to import the BDC model file that I have created earlier into an Office 365 SharePoint online site. To import a business data catalog model file, click on BCS, then Manage BDC models and external content types, and click Import. Here I'll specify the model file that I've created earlier, and I'll open it. I'll leave all the other options at their default values and just click Import. When the model was successfully imported, you will get the message letting you know. Then you just need to click OK and you have access to all of your NAV data that came from your business data catalog file. I'll click on the model name, and then I will access the properties. Here I can see all of the entities available in my business data catalog model. My fourth step is to show BDC data in a web part. There are several ways how you can use your business data catalog within your SharePoint. One of those ways is to use it as a direct data source of a web part. So here on my SharePoint landing page, I'm going to click Edit, and then I'm going to add another web part. So I'll click Insert and Web Part. Here from the list of web parts, I'll click Business Data within my categories. Then I'll click on Business Data List, and here I will click Add. Now I have my business data list, and I need to open the tool pane to configure my business data list. In my business data list type, I will select from available lists. Here I will see all of my entities that came from my OData web services through the business data catalog model file that I have imported. So here I will just click Customer and then OK, which will expose my customer list within my business data list web part. I can select other properties as well, but for now I will just click OK. When I click OK, my customer list is loaded from my OData web service. To verify that the list is showing live data, I'm going to connect to my NAV using the web client. And here I'm going to log on. And here I'm going to add a new customer. So I'll click on Customers. I will click New. And I will just save OData Services Demo. And I'm going to close the new customer page. So I want to take a look. So my customer has been successfully added to my list. I'm going back to my SharePoint website, and then I'm going to save and stop editing. When I'm completed, my page is refreshing, my customer list is going to be retrieved again. I'll browse to my last page. And here I have my OData Web Services demo customer. In my last step, I will use NAV data as a data source for a list column. Another typical way to use Business Data Catalog within SharePoint is to use it as a source of a column in a list. Here I have a demo list, I called it Test, and I'm going to modify the list settings. Here I'm going to add a new column, so I'll click Create Column, and I'm going to call it NAV Customer. Here I'm just going to click External Data as the data source for my new column. In the external content type, I will look up my external content type, which is my O365 demo customer. Again, it comes from my business data catalog, and the field that I'm going to use is going to be my name field. And then I'm going to add a little more fields for the customer. I'm going to specify the city, and then I'm going to specify number. And I'll click OK. When I go back to my list and click on New Item, Here I can specify that this is my new list item, and in my NAV customer I can look up my customer from the customer list, and here I'll select my, for example, the Canon group and click OK. When I do that and click Save, I can see that all of the other columns that I've included in my view are actually pulled from NAV. That was all. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm inviting you to follow other How Do I videos for Microsoft Dynamics NAV 2013 R2.